Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the Executive Committee meeting. And I'd ask Carol to please call the roll.
Trustee Kanata.
Here.
Trustee Jenkins.
Here.
Trustee O'Malley.
Here.
Trustee Rowe.
Here.
Thank you. We have a quorum and I call the meeting to order. The minutes for the April 11th, 2025 Executive Committee meeting were circulated in advance. Are there any corrections or additions to those minutes?
Motion to approve.
Hearing none, I move to approve the minutes as written, and thank you, Don and Catherine, for the seconds. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Minutes are approved. Your meeting materials included information about proposed revisions to the Board of Trustees bylaws. I'd like to recognize Dr. Carol Clark, Secretary to the Board, to provide information on the proposed revisions.
Thank you, Chair O'Malley. The revisions to the bylaws were made, need to be made in order to comply with current state law, specifically a provision that allows trustees to meet in non-public private sessions to discuss specific concerns that are spelled out in those state laws. And then there is another provision that I didn't make a note about. Oh, yes, thank you so much. And the other major category of changes that you will see are related to the composition of the board and the structure of the board. The General Assembly in the last session added additional members to the board and changed the appointing authorities so that 2 trustees are appointed by the secretary, I am drawing a blank. Yes, by the House leadership and 2 by the Senate leadership. And if you have questions about those changes, either Corey Harkey or I will be glad to answer them.
Thank you, Dr. Clark. And I can just say, having served on the board now since its inception, those are 2 good changes. Do I hear a motion to approve the revisions to the Board of Trustees bylaws as written?
Motion.
Thank you. A second. Thank you, Phil. It is moved and seconded that the revisions to the Board of Trustees bylaws be approved as written. Any discussion? Secretary, please call the roll.
Trustee Kanata. Aye. Trustee Jenkins.
Aye.
Trustee O'Malley.
Aye.
Trustee Rowe.
Aye.
Thank you. The motion carries. The next action item is the consideration of the President's performance evaluation and incentive plan for fiscal year 2025-2026. The evaluation criteria used this year has proven to be effective in assessing Dr. Licari's performance. In order to maintain continuity and allow us to consider the President's performance over time, do I hear a motion to adopt the same evaluation criteria and instrument for 2025-26 that was used last year?
Motion.
Thank you.
Second.
It's moved and seconded that we adopt the same evaluation criteria and instrument that were previously used in 2024-25 or the 25-26 year. Is there any discussion? Hearing none. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. The final action item is the President's employment contract. The meeting materials included the proposed contract. I would just say, first of all, thank you to the parties that helped to put this contract together. We were surprisingly one of the only, if not the only, institution in Tennessee that did not have a presidential contract. So it was great to be able to work with Donnell, Don, Catherine, Phil, the executive committee, and Dr. Licari, as well as Carol, to craft a contract that we think is great for Dr. Licari and Kirsten, but also great for the university. So do I hear a motion to approve the President's employment contract as written?
Motion.
Second.
It is moved and seconded that we approve the President's employment contract as written. Is there any discussion? Don?
President O'Malley, I'd just like to say that you know, one person makes an incredible difference in an organization. And Mike is, Mike, you're a rock star. He's done a phenomenal job here at Austin Peay. We have seen student enrollment increase, 11,185 is an all-time Austin Peay record. His relations with the community, with his executive committee, with the staff, with the students is just extraordinary. You can't go anywhere in Clarksville without seeing Mike Licari at some event. It's amazing. I don't know how his days have 48 hours since 2024, but he has managed a way to do that. And I think the key thing is that we wanted to put together an agreement that we started when I was chairman, and we kept trying to pull all these things together so we could make sure that we could retain Mike. You know, we're name, image, and likeness applies to athletics. Well, it also applies to presidents of colleges. And Mike has done a phenomenal job, and we want to keep him here at Austin Peay. We want to show, first of all, a complete vote of confidence in his ability to lead our university. I know we've had lots of difficult situations that we've gone through, and yet we've made it through every one of them. And if you look at, you know, we all know that right now, college enrollment, there's fewer students available to go into colleges now, and our enrollment's up 7%. Most colleges are down 3 to 4% if they're still in business. So there's today's climate for education. You know, we've ended up with all the military people. We treat all the military as residents, and we bought. The Lord was telling me last night we have 3,700 military coming to Austin Peay right now, which is incredible. So a lot of things drive that, but I think the main thing is we need consistent leadership. This contract is over 5 years, and will help. Mike will be fully vested in this in 5 years, and we also have another piece to help retain him after that. We have 2-year agreements on that. So one thing that was real important to Mike was that Kirsten be taken care of if something happened to him, and she would have 60 days to leave Archwood if something happened to Mike. So I think the key is that a lot of us can appreciate this. I can't in my business. I don't have to worry about a board, but every 4 years, his board's going to change. And I think a college president needs to know that, you know, there's consistency in the boards, in the picking of the boards, but not only that, that each board have a vested interest in Mike being the president of Austin Peay. So that was our goal in this, and Danielle has been a great help too. We've got a 457EF agreement where a lot of the stuff that he will be getting can be tax-free to him, could be earning interest and whatnot. So it's a win-win for Mike, and it's a win-win for Austin Peay. So we're very tickled we had this consensus together, and that he is such a major player in our game here.
Thank you, Don. Any additional discussion?
Ditto.
Thank you, Catherine.
Can I just say something?
Did you have a ditto even?
Ditto.
Yes,
Yeah,
Dr.
thank you. I
Licari.
just want to say thank you. I deeply am grateful for the vote of confidence here. And you know, the opportunity to continue to serve as the president of Austin Peay State University. It has been a wonderful 4.5 years for me and for Kirsten, and we look forward to many more.
Thank you very much. We do too. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. That concludes our agenda items, and I move that the meeting adjourn. Can I hear a second?
Second.
It is moved and seconded that the meeting adjourn. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? The ayes have it. The meeting is adjourned.